I was never really in the closet as a queer female, but I've occupied another closet kind of away. Just the thought of opening the door and stepping out with my hands and my breathing was shallow and my heart so painfully against my nose. I could have told my best friends. I could have told my girlfriend. I'm poor. My mouth burns with rising bile. Just the thought of saying those words on this campus. In freshman year, I ride a Jeep with no idea what I'm getting myself into. I hear things like, oh, well, usually the nanny just does the laundry. Or, yeah, my family goes to Paris every Christmas. Or, yeah, like every new girl has a North Face, a Longchamp bag, and a pair of Uggs. Like, what the fuck is a Longchamp bag? One of my personal favorites, I hate being a broke college student. I've already spent my parents' allowance this month. I felt like I was on a different planet than my peers. I had no money. I looked at the hundreds of dollars of textbook costs and panicked. So, when my friends invited me to go eat off campus or go see a movie, I lied to them. I told them I was busy. Instead, I got a job. I hid in my closet. Sophomore year, my mom dropped me off with my dad. She didn't have the money to pay for gas for the 6-hour ride back to her home. She wanted to ask a friend's parent to borrow the money. I was paralyzed with fear. I told her not to do it. So instead, she drove back and she ran the gas cart away. I still don't know how she got home that day, but I'm too ashamed to ask. Every time I called home, the problems with bills had heightened. I tried to lend money when I could, but just closed my door and cried. I hid in my closet. Until one day, I was forced out against my will. See, my mom didn't have the money to get me home for Thanksgiving, but she called my girlfriend instead of calling me in a panic. And I tried explaining to my girlfriend why it was so hard for me to talk about these things. I had spent my entire life training and conditioning to hide my economic status. I didn't want people to look at me differently. I didn't want my lack of money to play such a monumental role in shaping my identity, and yet it undeniably has. So I resisted. And I didn't tell anyone else. I hid in my closet. I went home for Christmas, and I saw my family being torn apart at the seams because of money. My mom had already been laid off. My dad had moved to a different state to find a better job, and that fell through. Depression and doubt had seeped into their lives and into their marriage. Poverty had torn my family apart. It was unforgiving. My mom cried because she didn't have any presents to give me. And I cried because all I wanted was for my family to be happy. In my mind, that Christmas marked the end of my happy family unit. So I locked it in the deepest part of my closet and hid it away with me. Because that summer my parents split up. And I blame the circumstances, the sinking, suffocating, drowning feeling of slipping below the poverty line for my broken family. Hardships can make you stronger, and they can bring relationships closer, but they can also destroy. They can take over. If my life were a metaphorical vase, I feel like it had been slapped off of a table without warning, violently shattered. I used to love mornings. I always woke up happy, and I started waking up sad every day. And the worst part was that the sadness just felt like it would go on forever. The weight of my closet had slowly begun to crush me. It scared me. It became harder to hide. Oh, junior year, I started to rebuild my life. A professor and mentor of mine told me that your history and your experiences are like a beautiful pendant. You must wear it proudly around your neck. So I nudged at the closet door. I started to embrace the beauty in my core origins. They gave me perspective. They gave me the belief for the compassion for those on the margins. They gave me gratitude for what I did have. They gave me the belief that the human relationships are the most important aspects of my life, and while my poorness played a monumental role in shaping my identity, I would not let it rule my life. I could rule my life, regardless of the numbers in my bank account or the bills in my wallet. I am poor.